So if you've never played Minecraft before, and you should really check it out by the way by going to minecraft.net. The way the game works is you are a very blocky miner, and you go around harvesting things like dirt and wood and ores under the ground, and you make tools for yourself that you use to mine some more, and it sort of goes on like that ad infinitum.
It's been a while since I've done one of these. Dear developers, I hope you are doing well. As we all know, before the beta 1.8 adventure update, it seemed like Minecraft was going to turn into a hardcore survival game. Torches burning out, zombies tunneling through walls. Those were all ideas thrown out there during the early development of the game. Of course, this never happened because, for better or for worse, the developers decided to turn Minecraft more into a building and adventuring game rather than survival. I personally believe Beta 1.8 was the update that defined this direction of Minecraft and led it to being what it is today. This is a great thing for players who love to build and adventure, among other things, but the players who played Minecraft purely for the survival aspect are no longer catered towards. Once you reach the end game, or heck, after you conquer the nether mid-game, the player reaches a point where death is not a constant lingering threat. Okay, here's the problem. If we add anything remotely survival focused, like a sickness system, a diet system, a thirst system, or a natural disasters system, it will be rejected by most of the community for good reason. Minecraft isn't about survival anymore. It's about adventure and creativity, right? Right? No. No, we can still turn Minecraft into the survival game it once appeared to be. You see, there's this thing called a difficulty option that we can toggle right here. And there's this option called hard mode. Let's use this. Let's use this feature to help bring back an element of survival to Minecraft. Unfortunately, Minecraft cannot be the survival utopia you see in 7 Days to Die or Terra Firmacraft.
This mod is focused on like survival. It takes survival Minecraft to a new level. It's kind of like, you know, that first day in Minecraft when it turns night and the monsters come out and you're scared and you don't know what to do. That's how I feel right now.
It's a building and adventure game at heart. All I want to do is bring back just a bigger spark of survival. Obviously, we can't add thirst, natural disasters, and diet to players in hard mode, and I'm not going to suggest that because of a few reasons.
There was like a couple. Oh my goodness. Oh, it just destroyed. Sir, get out of here! Drive! No, sir!
Well, besides that, of course. 1. Making something an option doubles the work, therefore we will never see a game rule which changes the combat system, and of course we will never see an option which turns natural disasters on and off. 2. These features don't belong in Minecraft, they belong in mods. They are either too complicated like disasters or downright unfun like a thirst system. Water is plentiful in the game and adding thirst is simply an annoyance. 3. Players who play on hard mode already might not want the additional content and will therefore have to downgrade to an easier version of the game to get their desired experience, unless you add another difficulty like survivalist or extreme, which again puts a giant workload on the developers. And 4. These features will only cater to a very small subset of the community. Let's think broader. Let's be clever about the tweaks we make to this newfound hard difficulty. Remember, it doesn't always require a major change to the game to create a drastic difference in the game. For example, if I suddenly made husks drop sand, that would make technical Minecraft players flock to create the best possible sand and husk generators. But let's stay on topic. Let's talk about survival elements. Baby steps. We can already see the difficulty bar actually acting in the game. It controls if cave spiders poison the player, it controls if zombies can break down doors, it controls the rate of hunger. I think we can expand on this. It's that time again. So here are some simple ideas I had, but like I said, I don't care if the devs decide to add these or not. I just want to get people talking about this idea so it can develop and mature into something more tangible. So here we go. Maybe zombies can spawn holding pickaxes and these zombies can break down iron doors. Zombies spawn holding axes and can therefore disable the player's shield. Some mobs stay at least 3 blocks away from other hostile mobs and will therefore stop mobs from grouping up and instead flank the player during combat. Maybe spiders could take less fall damage. Endermen could pull you out of hiding spots like they do in the Quark mod. Some mobs move faster than other mobs. Again, this could help break up the grouping issues you see in player versus mob combat. Maybe larger slimes spawn in the swamp. Maybe fire spreads much faster than it currently does. You know those poisonous potatoes? What if there was a counterpart for that for all the vegetables as well? What if the crop output wasn't as high as it is right now? What if being in the snow slightly reduces your speed over time? What if being in the desert increases how quickly you get hungry? What if there was poison ivy in the jungle, which normally just behaves like a cactus, but in hard mode actually poisons you for a short amount of time? This is what I mean by improving survival in hard mode. And if that's too much for the early game, if that's too much for a noob, then remember we have local difficulty as well. Obviously, it would be a bad idea to add all those things at once, but my point is, simple things like that can go a long way. And now, if anyone pitches a suggestion which seems simple but too hard for Minecraft, maybe see if making it a hard mode exclusive feature could help with the implementation of such feature. Be careful though, simply increasing the overall attack damage or health of a mob is not fun. The reason why I said we should change the speed of certain mobs is because it changes the feel of the game, dividing those groups up. Increasing health and damage just makes it needlessly harder. Okay, so maybe you don't care enough about challenge enthusiasts to feel like these changes are even warranted, and I understand that. So here are some additional reasons why I think hard mode needs to be more survival focused. 1. It increases the use of powerful weapons, armor, and potions. Now that the world is a lot more difficult, the player will need to be more equipped to fight it, and thus encourages the player to make use of those top tier items. 2. Since top tier items are more important, it becomes more important for the players to further their understandings of the game's mechanics. This includes building redstone farms, knowing more about mob behavior, and all round encouraging the player to come to a deeper understanding of how the game works. 3. It will make player versus environment combat more engaging by varying the combat. And 4, as I mentioned before, there is a market for difficulty enthusiasts. Look at the soaring popularity of survival games, roguelikes, brutally difficult games like Dark Souls, Super Meat Boy, Super Hexagon, 7 Days to Die, The Last of Us on Legendary Mode, Shovel Knight, and is it just me or is Mega Man suddenly popular again? And 5, it changes the way you play the game. Think about how you approach a cave spider in easy mode. You're not going to take too much damage if you just get hit once. Now think about when you get hit in normal or hard mode, you're going to take a lot of poison damage, so you're going to play very differently around that creature. Now, referring to my suggestions before about the changes that the biomes of the desert and the snow have on the player, that could change how the players live. Maybe I'd want to eat pork instead of steak because suddenly cows don't breed as much as they used to in normal mode. Anyway, I could go on. The point is, hard mode is too easy after a certain point. That point being once you have a home, have access to nether items, and have a steady source of food. I think it's time we bring survival back into survival mode. At least for hard mode players. Starting with small steps. It could go a long way. Thanks for watching. I will see you all in the next one.
So if you've never played Minecraft before, and you should really check it out by the way by going to minecraft.net. The way the game works is you are a very blocky miner,
This mod is
and you go
focused
around
on like
harvesting
survival.
things like dirt.
It takes survival
wood,
Minecraft to a new
and
level.
ores
It's
under
kind of like
the ground. And
you know that
make
first
tools for
day in
yourself
Minecraft
that you use to
when it
mine
turns
some
night
more.
and the monsters come out and you're
It sort of
scared and
goes
you
on
don't
like
know what
that
to
ad
do.
infinitum.
That's how I feel right now.
Now that the world is a lot more difficult, the player will need to be. Dang it, that's the third take I've done of this.